What's good, everybody? We back with the OG crew for the NBA today, and we got a nice four piece right here. But man, I'll go ahead and say our Lakers fell off. That's all I'll say. I was beating my chest, so I'll come back and say that we fell off. But everybody doing all right before we move on to these four games.
Great, bro. Great, man. It's sad to see the Lakers lose, but it is still to see the coach taking responsibility. So we still on the up and up with the Lakers. I will say that, and I do like the Dutch hat today. I definitely will say that as well.
Yeah, man. We had a good read on them Lakers yesterday. We knew what they were going to do. They're going to show up early and collapse late. I mean, they was up, what, 18, 15, 16 that second quarter? Maybe late first quarter. But, yeah, man, shout out to JJ, though. He ain't scared to tell LeBron, shoot the fucking ball. Shoot the fucking ball, man. Somebody need to tell him. Somebody need to tell LBJ he looked like he need a night, maybe two off. Maybe 2 nights off. Won't be this week, though. Won't be tomorrow, though, as he arrives in Cleveland.
Babano.
Yeah, it was a solid night. No complaints. A few. New York obviously was disappointing. Brunson gets hurt and it flipped the game, but it was a solid night. We had Washington, Atlanta over. We had Denver team total over and Denver, Toronto over. Detroit slips in with the backdoor cover. Chicago, Memphis, best bet winner with the over, flew over the total. So it was a profitable night. No complaints. And I actually like this card, even though there's only 4 games.
Yeah, I kind of get to dig in a little bit deeper when it's only 4 games. So let's get to it. We got some good stuff on here. Appreciate all you guys in the chat. But first game up, we'll go 533, 534. Nuggets and Nets opened up Nuggets minus 6.5, down to 5 right now. Total open 218. Consensus looks like 218.5. Jamal Murray is probable. And then for the Nets, they'll be without Ben Simmons, Wofford, Sharp, and Bogdanovich. This is obviously a back-to-back for the Nuggets. But not only that, third game in 4 nights. That last game was an overtime game. I think it's 4th and 6 nights, maybe, or maybe just 3 and 4. But for the Nets, they do have the rest advantage, but it's the first of a back-to-back for them. I'm gonna come to you first here, Babano. I think this is a terrible, terrible spot for the Nuggets. I don't think they'll be interested in playing any defense. Do you agree with any of those statements?
I like 3. I've got 3 bets in this game. I've got Brooklyn team total over. I've got the full game over, and I'm on Brooklyn with the points here. And it's already come down to 5, 4.5. It's a brutal spot for Denver. They found a way to pull out the win against Toronto last night, but they had to work for it. And it's not good when you're on a back-to-back, 3rd and 4 nights, all with travel. And here you see last night, Nikola Jokic plays 43 minutes. Aaron Gordon plays 42 minutes. Jamal Murray plays 39 minutes. Christian Brown plays 39 minutes. And they have zero bench this year. This bench is terrible for Denver. It has taken a huge fall from where it was last year. So if you're concerned you got to play these starters into the ground again tonight because you don't trust your bench, like that bench, Westbrook, Strother, Peyton Watson, there's just not a lot of options there for Denver. Who the hell is going to step up on the bench on a night like this, on a back-to-back, when your starters carried you to an overtime win and they're gassed? I don't know if there's any answers for Michael Malone with this bench. That is how weak it is, and that's not what I want with a team laying points on the road on a back-to-back. Meanwhile, you look at Brooklyn, and Jordy Fernandez has this team competing hard. They covered the number, lost by 4 against Atlanta. They did have the one blowout loss to Orlando, but they bounced back in their home opener here in Brooklyn and won outright against Milwaukee, 115-102. Cam Thomas is obviously a terrific offensive player. He can probably, pester a, fatigued, exhausted Denver team, which I think is probably going to struggle a bit on the defensive end. And if he gets going offensively, Brooklyn's got a shot any night. I do worry about some of the other options they've got, but I think it's a tough spot for Denver. So I'm on 3 different bets here. I split it up evenly. Brooklyn team total over at 106.5. The full game over 218, and Brooklyn plus 5.5.
I'm with you, Babano. I didn't split them up evenly, but we rocking with the same 3 bets tonight. So I'll ride or die with my guy Babano in this game. Dutchy, that look kind of nice, man. What you think about this one?
Yeah, man. Hey, the NBA is a hell of a drug. Hey, you looking at the plugs, man. Hey, man, yesterday was a rough one. We'll get back, we'll get it back today. And yesterday was a rough one for the Denver Nuggets. Started off real rough there in the north. Down 15. Could have got him live, though. Could have got him live, these motherfuckers, man. Our boy Star Child in the chat, shout out to our guy. He says he knows what I'm on today, and he's on the same thing. Well, and then he says, Denver first quarter here. And I'm like, well, that's where I would be if I was in this game. That's not what we're talking about. But, I mean, we in the same rotation, Star Child, because I have a feeling Denver hasn't done anything yet. And, our boy Wham Bam, he used to clean up on these first quarter Denver. Maybe more at the crib, but they haven't done shit. Travel back to back. The bench is complete ass. Everything Bobano says, I second. But can we get can we get Denver first quarter here? I mean, we're going to get Joker. We're going to get the guys. I mean, Denver first quarter seems like it could be good money. Really, I'm out there just kind of fishing because I didn't bet this game. I tried to give y'all something. I mean, I know a lot of people like the Joker props. Maybe today he fucks around and gets a triple-double. But I definitely would look Denver first quarter here. And I know everybody's going to like Brooklyn today because I was like, damn, Brooklyn, this is a beautiful thing for Denver or for Brooklyn in the spot. But I don't know if it's that easy. I don't know. And Denver's bound to play a good game here or there. Maybe they found their swag late against Toronto. But first quarter or nothing for me.
Does she looking to go in that first quarter? Hey, if I was looking at the Nuggets, it would absolutely be early.
For sure.
Wham Bam, I saw you put him in the chat, man. Top 20 Louisiana. It looked like he's agreeing. He scored, what? He said six of his last 8 games at the crib, 25 plus. I can see him lighting it up tonight. Is that what you're going with?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't locked this in yet, but I wanted to come here and holler at you guys. And it seems like we all kind of are in agreement that there is a get back spot here for the Nets. The Nets should be able to punch these guys in the mouth, being that they are a NBA team. And this is a competitive game here because of the back-to-back situation. It kind of evens it out a little bit for the Nuggets, for the Nets. I'm sorry. But I do agree with my guy Dutch. I mean, as you say that, girl, I'm looking up the stats. Hell yeah, they over 3 so far in the first quarter. They haven't covered the first quarter yet this year. Why wouldn't they want to do it right now when no one believes in them? When they're getting a pretty good number right now, that is very appealing, bro. I do like the Nuggets, and then when you say that, I love Cam Thomas. I am going to be probably looking into him, but now I'm thinking Jokic. I know it's a back-to-back for Jokic, but I mean this dude is fucking Iron Man, bro. Ain't nobody over there. Nick Claxton. Dorian Finney-Smith is going to be stopping this boy from getting rebounds. Why Jokic doesn't go crazy off today? Like you said, triple-double status today. They can't really rely on nobody on that team, bro. They can't really rely on nobody. So if it's not Aaron Gordon, which is, can sometimes happen, a crazy Aaron Gordon MPJ game, if that doesn't happen today, it's going to all be Jokic here. I think it's locked in with Jokic, but Cam is only 24.5. He's went over this 2 out of 3 games. In those games that he did go over, had 20 plus shots, and we should be expecting him to have 20 plus shots again today. So Cam Thomas tonight for sure, and maybe just Jokic. Jokic and Cam Thomas stars are acting up tonight.
All right, good stuff on this game. Boofer cutting up right here. Says Denver's bench is better than Brooklyn starters here, man. You cutting up, Boofer.
Denver's bench is the worst of the worst. They probably could get whooped by a G League team, bro.
That shit was ass last year, and somehow it got even worse. And they added Russell Westbrook to it.
It's like they didn't even care about the bench. They were just trying to they tried to sacrifice the bench this
They took their best bench player and put him in the starting lineup, who wasn't even that great to be. Definitely shouldn't be a 2, and then replaced him with Russ and didn't do anything else. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I know how I feel, man. I don't got to keep saying it. We'll move over to the next one, Mavs and Timberwolves. Opened up Timberwolves -3.5. It looks like 5 right now. Total, it just continues to drop. I mean, damn, it's open 225.5. I'm seeing it as low as 219.5. Injury report, nobody on there for Minnesota. Exum and Kleba out for Dallas. I'm going to come to you here, Dutch, with this one because you know it's your boy. But it is the second of a back-to-back, 3rd game in 4 nights, 4th and 6th for the Mavericks. Meanwhile, the Timberwolves have had 2 days to rest up. And they had this game circled after getting eliminated by them last year. I would think that the Timberwolves get a little bit of revenge here in this spot. It's definitely a T-Wolf spot. Do you think Luka has anything to say about that?
Yeah, man. Shout out to our guys. We got Stacks in the play, Justin McKelvey, like an ant over 27.5. Yeah, I was looking at the over 26.5 minus 120. He's right around there, though. Like right around there. Not too impressive, but and also trying to get his new guys involved. But I like it, my guy. Mean Green, like Kyrie over 24.5. We got our guy LJ from H-Town. Good to see you, my dude. Digging the Mavericks plus 5.5. I like. You know I want to bet the Mavericks. You know I do, but I can't. I can't do it tonight. I can't do it tonight. It's raised by Wolves night. It really is. But I'm not gonna lay the 5. Hell no, I'm not gonna lay the 5. I'm gonna fuck around. Hopefully, we read this motherfucker like we did last night with Phoenix. The lead didn't last as long as we would like, but it's pretty much what happened. Lakers started off hot and the Suns took over. I expect the Mavericks to start off a little hot tonight, and then my team, who clearly should be caring a little bit more about this game. Minnesota to go ahead and take over for full 4 quarters. But I'm on Luka Doncic over 28.5 points. I like this looking awful lot. 4 out of the last 5. He's 30 plus against Minnesota, and that was playoff basketball too, ladies and gentlemen, against a pretty fucking good defensive team who I don't know if they're better. You could say Randall better than Towns defensively, but Conley's a year older. I don't know. They definitely don't have the intensity defensively that we've seen towards the end of last year. But Luka over 28.5, coming off a bummy ass game. I mean, he was in cruise control yesterday. It was pretty much like he just didn't really feel like he needed to play against Utah. Did play 33 minutes, 15 points. The fuck? He wakes up and has 15, 9, and 8. Motherfucker missed 8 3-pointers, 1 of 8 from the 3-point line, and missed 17 shots. 5 for 22. That's right. So a motherfucker like Luka Doncic has a game like that against the Minnesota team where somebody's going to be chirping on that other side. And Mr. Edwards, I think Luka Doncic shows up big tonight. Tough game to win. I think they'll be in the game. I definitely lean Minnesota, but over 28.5 minus 120 is good money. Believe that. And then, of course, I got a prop parlay here, a little different. And Luka is on that. He's over 2.5 threes at minus 165. We're going to parlay that with a game we'll talk about later to get some motherfucking plus money. Over 2.5. I just mentioned 1 out of 8 from 3-point line prior. I mean, this motherfucker's shooting 10 threes a game. He's going to hit 3 of them tonight. Over 2.5. Minus 165. One piece of the parlay. All right. If you want to single bet it, do your thing. But I'm parlaying it with something else later.
All right, go for it. Go for it. Who wants it? Y'all go for it.
Yeah, I'll go. I like Minnesota here. I'll lay the 5. I got no problem doing it. Who's Dallas beaten? What, Utah and who's the other? It was not a good team. Utah and the wins have not. They're a good team. They haven't been impressive against anybody of quality yet. Utah and San Antonio is who they beat. And the one game they played someone good, they lost to Phoenix 114, 102. So, I get it. Dallas is a good team, but they go on the road on a back-to-back after playing Utah last night. Minnesota now chomping at the bit. First game they get a chance against Dallas after they knocked them out in the Western Conference Final last year. They got the rest advantage. 2 full days off, by the way, for Minnesota coming into this game. At the home, I think they get it done here. So I'm laying the 5 with the T-Wolves.
Totally understand it. For me, bro, it got to be back to Luka. TNT. We know what Luka does on TNT. Highlight time. It got to be Luka here, man. I know with Timberwolves, I just don't fucking like that Randall had a good game against Sacramento because now he's shooting. Now he thinks he got it. You know what I'm saying? And the top scorer today has just got to be Luka. It is nowhere near and Edwards because the boy Randall gonna take up shots and shit. So I like Luka today, man. So I love everything you're saying with the threes. Dutch over 3.5 is plus 100. I think he does get back to the top spot in scoring today at minus 120 as well. So I like Luka today, man. I don't think these guys are going to stop him at all. Not on TNT, bro.
34 minutes, by the way, last night for Luka, Kyrie, and PJ Washington. They all played at least 34 minutes. So concerning against a rested Minnesota team.
He was on the court for 34 minutes. That motherfucker wasn't playing the whole time, though. But yeah, definitely Minnesota spot. I just hope I could get him at like a pick 'em. That's what I'm hoping for.
I think Minnesota can win and cover, and Luka still goes over and has a
Oh,
good game.
absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely. 'Cause, I mean, he went for 40, and Minnesota, Phoenix was clearly had that game, So kind of, kind of like last night too. Banchero went 36 or 37 in the first half, and then they start losing the game. It's like all the other players are like, "Hey, you still got to play, bro. You still got to play." Shout out to Banchero. That was one hell of an impressive first half.
Yeah, the game is not over in a half, bro.
Yeah, like all the players stopped playing. They're just watching this dude. Like, just get off. Like, god damn.
I got a question for Skee. You used to talk about the total sliding here. Do you think those are going to be threes to be had here? I think that's the way Mavericks try to beat these guys, by using their 3-point shooter.
Well, I'm not high on the Mavericks in general in this spot. I think if you like the Mavericks or if you like an over, you would want to get in early and get out as early as possible. That's how I'm thinking in this game. I think if the Mavs are up, I'm more than willing to live bet the Timberwolves to come back and win this game. And I don't know. That's just how I see it. But we all went on this one, right? Yeah, we good. Next one up, Sacramento and Utah opened up Sac minus 4.5. We now see them -7. Total is 234.5. Injury report: Eubanks, Juzang, both game time decision. Collier out. Orlando Robinson, Devin Carter for Sacramento are out. It is a back-to-back for both of these teams. When I see back-to-back for two teams, I'm coming to you, Babano. When I see back-to-back for two teams, it makes me think there's going to be no defense played. And when I look at what these teams have done so far, it's been just that: play no defense and play up tempo. So I have a feeling you're willing to join me on the over 234.5.
I do like the over. That's definitely the bet I like the most in this game. Kings Jazz over 234. You got teams that are top 10 in pace, teams that don't play like a defense. Well, not consistent defense. I'm being maybe harsh when I say not a lick, but they're not that great defensively, not enough. And then you look at the fact that Utah, actually had trouble scoring a bit last night. I think they try to get going again offensively here in this game tonight against Sacramento. I actually took a little Utah +7 as well. I think now it's getting up there with Sacramento laying 7 on the road. It's back-to-back for both teams, after all, going into this game. And Utah at home, is always a team I'm a little more interested back in them when they're at home catching numbers like this, especially against a Sacramento team that, look, from a point spread standpoint, until they took care of business last night against Portland, they were over to begin the season. So I like Utah now with a little bit with the number up to 7. But definitely the bet I like the most here in this game is points, and more points. I like over.
Glad to hear that. And shout out my guy, Big Rad Goo. I'll definitely link up with you guys and, have a good time this weekend. Glad to, see you doing well. There was another comment I wanted to. Here we go. Before I pass it to Dutch here, it was Star Child. He says, "Now this is the game, Dutch." He said, he's on the Kings tonight. He said, "You just know you like them Kings tonight." You rolling with Star Child in this one?
Oh man, Star Child, the Kings, huh? You like this bummy ass motherfucking game? Good Lord. God damn, we thought we was in the same rotation. Hell no, you sparked up a motherfucking backwood. Shit, I'm going over here. But big shout out to our guy Doctor. Good to see him in the chat. Yeah, I think Boss has said that's just coming soon, man. It's coming soon. This one here. I seen someone in the chat like Keegan Murray over 2.5 threes. I was looking at Keegan Murray over 14.5 points because this motherfucker just eats against Utah. I don't know what it is about the Utah Jazz, but I mean the numbers are insane. Like I don't know what the fuck's going on my phone right now, frozen. But the numbers that Keegan Murray drops against the Utah Jazz, like 14.5 should be very easily. But he had 20 plus game 1, game 2, game 3, didn't really get the shot attempts. So. I don't know if I really want to go to the window with that. But I got to look Utah here, kind of. I honestly do. I was thinking, like, damn, Utah, like, getting all these points. Like, we talked about it last week. Utah going to be ATS team. Well, here, this might be it right here, right? I mean, they showed up against Memphis at the crib. We talk about a back-to-back. But who's more deeper than the Utah Jazz? I mean, they got like 12 motherfuckers that could play out there. And I know, shout out to homeboy who broke his shit yesterday. That was pretty disgusting. I don't know how he just did that. So they're -1 dude, Kendricks. His leg just snapped. That was crazy. But they're deep, bro. They're deep. They got a swooped up AU team over there. They got like 12, 14 guys that can run. So I lean Utah here. The thing that scares me though is the Kings smack them around. I mean, the last 3, 4, 5 times they've played, and don't quote me because my phone is frozen, but I don't have my notes. But they do smack Utah around a little bit. So little leery here, but I lean with my guy Bobano. And I was hoping I'd hear some Utah, singing the jazz at our boy, because I kind of like him today as a dog.
Nah, no,
That's right. We got
no
the
tunes.
Jazz. We got the Jazz. There we go.
Yeah.
There we go. There we go. Now I can go.
Yeah,
to
that's
a
when I
window.
feel really strong about it, though. I'm lukewarm on Utah today. That's why I didn't say it.
Oh, that's why we didn't get it. God damn it! Yeah. Oh, fuck.
I got something for you, Wham Bam. I don't know if you bet this one already, but I'm rolling with a prop, going with De'Aaron Fox over 5.5 assists. Didn't hit last game, but he had double-digit assists the prior 2 games, and I know he's hit this 6 straight versus Utah team. So I can see him having his way, dicing up the defense and just finding the open guys. Do you like that, or how are you looking at this game?
I do like that because I was thinking more DeMar DeRozan points, so obviously that's going to help out with those assists there. He'll be getting dimes from De'Aaron Fox. And I remember you like this prop. This is a prop that you go back to. This is not something that you just like pick up out the wind. This is a prop that you keep an eye on. So if my boy like that, man, I'm kind of going to rock with you and just kind of just look at that. You said he didn't get it last time. I mean, it's against the Trailblazers, so it is what it is. Yeah, I got a floating LA logo right there. That's to let y'all know I'm not all the way locked in with the Dodgers today, but we still are representing. This is all I'm gonna say. We are representing. But no, Keegan Murray had a bad game last game too, bro. Both of those guys, I think that DeMar DeRozan and Keegan Murray, I think they kind of pick up the offensive load here. So obviously De'Aaron Fox is going to do it though, but yeah, 3 assists last game. I could see the boy pulling that off, and it seemed like he got his assist stolen from fucking Sabonis. Obviously, Sabonis is a triple-double machine and shit. But sometimes there's just a way. But as far as what I had originally in this game, I like what my boy Dutch was saying. I do like the Jazz here. We talked about it. This team being the ATS darling. They already 2-1 so far. ATS, not necessarily as good at home so far here, but I think we know that they were pretty good covering last year. And obviously, who did they lose to? They lost to Memphis, which I do got a lot of respect for as well. So they lost by 2 points there. Got smoked by Golden State. It's not the same Golden State we're going to be seeing with the next few weeks. We're going to talk about that in the next game. And then Dallas, man, that loss against Dallas, I think that showed a little bit more that this Jazz team probably maybe taken. I don't know. Maybe they taken because they could have probably won that damn game, in my opinion. But I agree with you, Dutch. I think this team is pretty stacked as far as players, and they haven't really played up yet. So in this game, I do think that this is a over game for sure because they're going to get some offense from the Jazz. Seems like their Louis Marketing is going to play well here because he always played pretty solid at home. And you're going to get John Collins in the starting lineup too. So I think you're going to get a little bit better offense on the Jazz side. So I like the Jazz here at +7. That seemed like that's going to be not only like the only bet that I came here premeditated to bet. So I'm liking that Dutch is with me on that.
All right, let's move over to the last game on the day. That is the Pelicans and the Warriors. And this one opened up Pelicans -1. It's on the move right now because Wiggins just got rolled out. But I see 2.5. It's definitely moving. Injury report, or my bad, the total came down from 220 to 216. For Golden State, they'll be without both all three, Steph Curry, Andrew Wiggins, and Melton. For the Pelicans, they'll be without DeJounte Murray and Trey Murphy. Damn, this is an injury-filled game, but I'm gonna go with a prop, and because I'm going with a prop, I'm going back to WAM, or at least, yeah, I'm going with a prop in this one. I'm going with Kuminga over 19.5 points. I mean, if it's no Wiggins, no Steph, if Kaminga don't score a dub, they are nowhere near winning this game. And I know the last, um, his last, I think he's 4 of his last 5 without Steph. He's hit this 20-point game. So I took Kaminga over 19.5 before Wiggins was ruled out. I'm not sure if what it moved to or where it's at now. Do you agree with that, or how you viewing this Golden State and New Orleans game?
Hell yeah, I agree with that. Right now, you could get Kaminga 20+ points. It's still available right now, minus 120. So it did move a little bit from the time there, but it's off all prop builders. So you got to go and find that prop there. But I did just peep that. And you know what, man, bro? When you just mentioned that assist prop, now I thought about all the assist props that I've known you for. Brandon Ingram assist prop is pretty sneaky,
Yeah.
today, bro. I like that too. You know what I'm saying? It's his three. I mean, that's a three problem. I'm sorry. His assist prop is 4.5. He had 6 last game, 4 the game prior against the Trailblazers, and he didn't really distribute. He didn't really have a lot of ball carrying opportunities in that first game because DeJounte Murray was there. Obviously, DeJounte Murray's out for this game. His ball handling skills is going up a little bit. Not skills, but as far as the duties are going to go up here. So I do like that 4.5 here. But I mean, bro, I'm not about to talk you. This is a great bet. Jonathan Kuminga, I already had him in this. And I thought he was going to be a 20+ scorer, just like I think Bradley Beal's going to be a 20+ scorer for the Suns. I think that's going to elevate this team into not only relevancies, but to be competent. And in this game with no Steph, no Andrew Wiggins, you got nobody in your way, big dog. Unless Moody goes for 58 today, I don't see no reason why this boy don't get 20+ points. So I'm right there in agreement with you, and that's a bet that I am going to make with you, with Jonathan Kuminga to get 20+ points. And I am going to look a little bit more into this Brandon Ingram over 4.5 assists. I do like that a lot. I think that his like I said, his ball handling duties is going to go up. I can only imagine him being able to go over this number. And then as far as what he's able to do against Golden State, necessarily going over this number a lot, but he is averaging, looks like he's averaging just about 7 in the last, about 4.5 assists, just about 4.5 assists against this team over the last 10 games, and that's going back all the way to 2019. So it's a different team, of course, for the Pelicans, but I think the duties are around the same for Brandon Ingram. So that's the way I'm looking here, and I am going to go with you on that Jonathan Kuminga prop. That is a bet that I will be making.
Dutch, you next up for the Pelicanos. It's no Steph, no Wiggins. Damn, I mean, they are missing Murray. I cut him some slack in Murphy, but is it a Pelicanos spot or what?
I definitely believe it's a Pelicano spot. Shout out to our guy Jay Peasy in the motherfucking building. Good to see you, my dude. Hank in the building. Good to see you, my man. Joshua K. Good to see you as well. Yeah, man. I don't know. Pelicanos, they play again. They play again tomorrow or 2 nights, some shit. Same shit, right? They play again tomorrow night in New Orleans or in Golden State. So I think tomorrow might be a better game to bet. Maybe it is Pelicanos tonight, but we can watch and see and then know what to do tomorrow. So I'll probably keep me off that. But what I am on is the second piece of my Luka parlay, 2-piece here. Coming in at plus 175. We get BI. You mentioned BI. We ain't going assists though. We're going rebounds. We're going to hit the motherfucking boards with BI. Has went over 5.5 rebounds at minus 140. Keep in mind it's parlayed with the Luka at minus 260 or 165. So you get a plus 175. Went over this number all 3 games, 7. And that's including with Murray out there, who's a rebounding guard, had 8 in that game. Murray did. So you minus him. He's had 8 in his last 2 games each. Plus, obviously, you lose by 20-something to a B squad in the Trailblazers. I mean, I know they beat him, and then see, it's the same shit. They beat him in Portland, and they stayed around in Portland, I believe, and got beat by 20. So we should be able to have a better read on this game tomorrow. But I would expect BI and the boys to be pretty pissed off. But this is a deep-ass Warriors team. They're coming off a loss as well. They're without their top gun Curry. So this is probably the game they step up. And I think it's vice versa, maybe now that I really think about it. But I bet over 5.5 rebounds minus 140 with the parlay with BI. I think it's easy money. The size is definitely in question for the Pelicanos. They don't have much of it. They really don't have much size. So BI has to hit the motherfucking boards. He's one of the bigger dudes they got. And then obviously from the Warriors perspective, they're not that biggest team either. So I like this look an awful lot. And we could probably profit off this game a little bit more tomorrow night, in my opinion.
Good stuff. BI rebounds. And my guy Josh in the chat liking that as well. Babano, I have a feeling you might pick a winner in this game.
I could only look at the Golden State side, but I don't love the situation. Curry being out. I've got questions too. Once he went down against the Clippers, we saw them really struggle and scuffle. Now, and plus New Orleans, you've got to think, even though I don't like this New Orleans team very much, I've made that fully clear throughout the course of the season. The fact that they didn't just lose once, but they beat Portland, but then to get blown out by them, in the second game, you would think that they're going to show up and play well, but I don't want to lay points on the road with New Orleans. I'm not going to do that. My hope is that they win tonight. Maybe I back Golden State tomorrow night. I lean to the under in this game. I think the total's moving in the right direction, but no bets for me here.
Rare, no bet.
Whoa.
Back.
Babano's hungry, I think, today. He's hungry, man. He gave like the shortest Minnesota breakdown I've ever heard.
I ate already.
No action on this game. You hungry, Babano? You all right over there?
Yeah, I am. I ate already, so I'm good. I'm stuffed.
Okay, all right.
1,000 games, bro. We got 1,000 games. You can hold it out. I fuck with that.
There's a clear pass for me. I can't lay it with New Orleans, and I don't like Golden State enough. So easy.
All right, let's move it down. We done for the day. We can move it over to best bets. And you guys know how this goes already. Wham bam. You first batter up. Let the people know what's the best way to get paid.
I'm gonna bet that Jonathan Kuminga. That probably is the best bet. I like that look a lot, but I'm going to ride with my boy Dutch. I'm sorry for taking y'all plays because I haven't locked anything in. You guys talking good shit. So I like Luka, TNT Luka. We've seen this before. How many years we've been doing this OG show? We said this so many times. Luka loves TNT and TNT loves Luka. So as we get as little as TNT games as possible, we got to take advantage while we can. So I'm taking TNT Luka tonight over 3.5 threes. Needs 4 to get this cash at plus 100.
Nice. And I'll slide it right over to Babano. Let them know how to get to the window.
Yeah, let's go with a team total tonight. We're going to take the Brooklyn. We go hard. Brooklyn Nets. Team total over 106.5, minus 118 right now at DraftKings. Great spot for them at home. Denver on it back-to-back. I don't expect defense to be there for Denver consistently. Low enough team total here. And actually, I like the team total a bit more than the plus the points because I do think Denver has the potential to score on Brooklyn a little bit. And I prefer the team total route just a little bit more, even though I like Brooklyn plus 5.5. I like the team total a bit more in this game. So let's take the Brooklyn Nets team total over 106.5 for best bet.
Good stuff. For myself, I'll go with a rare. No, I guess it's not too rare, but I'll go with a prop for my best bet. And I really could pick either one because I like them both. But I'll go with De'Aaron Fox over the 5.5 assists. Like I said, he's hit it in, I think, 6 straight versus his team. And he's averaging 8 so far this year. He did only have 3 last game. It's the perfect reason for him to get back to his average tonight. So De'Aaron Fox over 5.5 assists, my best bet for the day. And last but not least, slide over to my guy Dutchy. Let him know what the freshest look of the day is and take us home.
Hey, man, it's a good motherfucking day. Not only where Bam Luka to the Don, my guy Skee talking that De'Aaron Fox shit. Let's go. Freshest look of the day. So you already know it's Luka the motherfucking Don over 28.5 points. It's good money, man. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share the motherfucking video. We see all the real ones in the chat. Ron Crawford with the play of the day. Utah Jazz coming through. Adam Larkin, I see you, my dude. Finest, appreciate the kindest words. Y'all be sure to like, subscribe, and share the video. Y'all stay fresh, stay blessed, and let's stay putting these motherfucking bookies to rest. Amen.